Hello YouTube, I am Lachey, WLF. Hello everyone. It's Tuesday still and I am doing journals. I am not going to be able to show you guys exactly how it's done because it's hard to see it. I'll do my best showing you guys examples. But we're going to cover up basics. I've already said a prayer on my last video, so I'm not going to do another one. I'm just going to go right through the video and go from there. What we tend to do and why journals are so important, because it can help you, it can benefit you. You can get benefit from this. And how does it benefit you and how does it work? For one, you need to get one and a pen. And go from there. Now, what the reason why we use journals? We use journals for many reasons. Some people, when they go to church, they like to have the journal so they can write down notes and chapters and verses, writing them down, and what the pastor said or whatever. Or they might do the journals for ideas, or sometimes a daily expression of the day. All those things are good reasons to start in a journal. A lot of people don't realize that self-esteem helps. It helps you express yourself. It helps you feel good. It helps you feel good. It helps you feel important, you know? So, doing the journal is a good expression and a good way of doing. I apologize, guys. I'm sure you guys are hearing my background making noises. I'm right next to the kitchen, so it sucks. Anyway, so I tried to do the video with showing you, but I don't think showing. I'm going to just say, you always want to start it with what date is it? Which is May 14, 2019. And you also want to say the day. It's Tuesday. And then after you saying that, you might want to talk about the weather, how you're feeling today. Don't worry about spelling. Don't worry about how you write it. Not everyone is good in English. Not everyone can spell. I'm one of them that can't spell. I can spell some words, but then sometimes I get lost in it, so I don't worry about it. I just write. Because at that time, I'm expressing myself. I use my journal for a self-help. When I'm mad, I'm writing. When I have thoughts, I'm writing. If I'm bored, I'm writing. If I have ideas, I'm writing. If I have a plan, I'm writing. So that's the idea for the journal. Journals really help you get through things. Sometimes you can't always tell that person you're mad at them, or you don't like what they said, or something just wasn't right. So writing it down usually helps. When I'm having a bad day, the journal is the perfect place to go. It's like, anyway, This is my real journal. Sorry about that. And you can tell I really write in it. I try to do it every day, but I don't. So I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to encourage it. As good as you can write every day, but not all the time. We have free time. Sometimes we're busy. It's not always that easy, you know. So I just go when I can. I write when I can. Like when I go to the doctor's office and I'm sitting there bored out of my mind, my journal gets me thinking, or you're watching everyone and writing. So there's all kinds of ways to express yourself in your journal. Also, those of you who really believe in rituals, candle magic, witchcraft, if you guys are really into that, I recommend the journal. Because you are going in, you're writing. I thought I had brought it in there. I could have left it in there. My last video I said to take notes. Also the journal will, that's a good idea, have your journal as a note. Writing notes, taking information and expressing yourself and saying how does the process work. Did you succeed? Do you feel you need to work a little harder? Those kind of things are good in a journal. So those are ideas how to do that. So, I mean, you guys would say it should have been full, but there's a lot already in, so I don't need to write it. But what I don't know, it gets in here. This is my candle notes. You know, on ritual, the color of the candle code, what things you can use with that color code. It's always good to have this around when you're doing your prayers and candle work and blah 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 blah. But when you are not prepared, you see why things don't always work out. And that's why journals comes in. They're a big help. I also say using, I have paper sticked around because of my past time when I used this. I still use this kind of thing. You're asking me, what is this? This is an idea. In my journal, when I first began the journal, and I never used it yet, I write down my favorite chapters from the Bible that I know I will look back and see it. Sometime you might be having a bad day and need to read that chapter. And that's why I put it down like that. I have the Lord's Prayer and Psalms 23 chapter on my book. I didn't do like I normally do, put a lot of chapters in the book, but this book is big, so that requires a lot of writing. So I just eliminated to what I really want to see in this book. Normally I put about 4 chapters. Always for sure Psalms 23 and Matthew's 6 verse 9 to 13 and the other one. I think what's the other one? John 3, verse 16. Let me look at that right. A little busy, sorry. Yeah, that's right. So John 3, verse 16. I always write that one down. And then I also do the one in Matthew 21. Matthew 21, verse 22, I believe. Yep. So it's Matthew 21, verse 22. I always put that down in my book. And the reason why, because I rely on them. Sometimes I need to go and look at it and see. Like for example, that verse says, "In all things whoever ye shall ask in prayer, believe you shall receive." That helps in rituals that you tend to do. That's an idea. So, I'm going to give you guys a sound by count. I'm not going to say, you guys can see it. I'm going to try my best.